It's no longer news that the new Nigerian People's Party and the Labour Party were involved in a discussion for merger ahead of the forthcoming 2023 presidential election, so they can have better chance of defeating the All Progressive Congress as well as every other political parties who would be in the race. However, recent reports obtained suggest that the talks between the two parties have collapsed. This was disclosed by Chief Victor Umeh, who happens to be the flag bearer of the Labour Party for Anambra Central Senatorial District for the forthcoming 2023 general elections during a recent interview with Channels TV. In the first 7 minutes of his interview, Victor Umeh noted that they had the discussion a few weeks ago, and the major reason why they decided to meet was due to the belief that with a merger, both of the parties will have a better chance of winning the presidential election in 2023. Speaking further, Victor Umeh noted that the two parties set up two teams, but when it became obvious that it has become a dialogue between a deaf and dumb person, they called off the negotiation and the whole talks collapsed completely. Victor Umeh, however, noted that what they did not do was to come out to the media and start saying they had discussion that collapsed. He, however, lamented the fact that the leadership of the NNPP, including Rabiu Kwankwaso, have continued to give the impression that they were still in talks with the Labour Party. On why the talks collapsed, Victor Umeh noted that they could not agree on the issue of who becomes the presidential candidate. He said the camp of the NNPP insisted that Rabiu Kwankwaso would be the presidential candidate, but to them it was not in tone with the current realities. If Peter Obi, who is being sought after by a broad spectrum of Nigerians to be the presidential candidate, will now step down for Rabiu Kwankwaso, it will have been injury to his reputation, he added. Again, we made the point that the sentiment on ground, which they will always dismiss, is that there should be power rotation between the North and the South. Even the ruling party, the APC, has considered that position at the time to Southern Nigeria. How can you now be saying that a candidate that has emerged from a party from Southern Nigeria will now step down for another Northern candidate? It was at that stage that they become so audacious in their claims that they have the population, they have the voting figures, they can even win the election without any vote from the Southern Nigeria. At that point, things got to an end, and there was no point continuing the discussion, he added. Well, since the NNPP candidate feels that he can do well without the Southern votes, no problem. Let's Peter Obi and Kwankwaso go out there and test their popularity. That is the truth. Both of them should go out there and test their popularity. You see this sometimes, when we say we will see things like this, instead, when we go do the needful, because of pride, ego, and all that, you continue to make mistake. This is the same mistake PDP made. I believe now PDP should be crying why they allow Peter Obi to leave. They never knew the weight of Peter Obi until he left. That is it. So Kwankwaso feel that he can win election without Peter Obi. He has forgotten that Peter Obi is the man of the moment now. If Peter Obi decides to be the vice president of the NNPP presidential candidate, Kwankwaso, Nigerians will not forgive him, because this is the only candidate Nigerians are projecting. You understand? So Kwankwaso would have just allowed that to flow like that. Come to think of it, just like what Umeh said, that the there is something they called rotational power rotation. So it's supposed to be the southern, what is it called? The southern turn to be the president. So why are you now saying that the northerners, the northern voters cannot vote for Peter Obi because of Biafra agitations and all that? And he's not even talking about the bandits and Boko Haram. The northern voters cannot vote for Peter Obi because people agitating in their region for freedom, for their freedom. And they are forgetting that these are one of the reasons why they are agitating. These are one of the reasons why they are agitating, because they are saying they are being marginalized. What are bandits and Boko Haram talking? What then they talk, say they want? These people, they are just terrorists who have decided to declare war on Nigerians. The Northerners, they know they look all those ones because they see bandit and Boko Haram as a normal thing. This group of people are not threat to the country, but they see agitators in the southeast as a problem to them. Well, he has said that why he opted out is because if he leaves his party, the party might collapse after 2023. But what happens when he failed after 2023? The party too go still collapse. Now so it be. So right now, Nigerians are still asking Peter Obi to forget about Kwankwaso and look for other credible, candidates in the north and pick as his vice president. Nigerians will still support Peter Obi. Like what I said in the beginning, that Peter Obi is the man of the moment. He would have used that, to just accept being Peter Obi's, running mate. But because of this pride, ego, and all that, this born to rule, whatever, they can never do that. I'm dropping it here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you very much for always having you here. Bye for now.